Hey guys, it's Mark. I'm back with another video for you guys. Today's I have 3 different tips for you guys that I know will be extremely helpful. And the reason I know that is because those are things that I went through, that I lost money on from not doing them properly. Most of it is just not knowing the right thing to do at the time. This is strictly from experience. This is not anything that I read from a book or someone just told me. Now I'm passing it on to you. This is strictly from experience that I know those things really helped me. And I'm hoping I could be a blessing to someone out there who's currently going through the same thing. Second, I really wanna take a time out to thank you guys for subscribing. Those that have, the guys that's actually taking the time to watch those videos. I really appreciate the time, the feedback as well, the emails, so on and so forth. So again, I'm hoping this video will be another one of those that really provide a lot of value. I think it will, but you know that remains to be seen from your point of view. Okay. So again, I have 3 different tips that I would like to pass on to you guys. Again, this is strictly from my experience, my belief, what works for me. Doesn't mean it'll work for you, but you surely welcome to try those things and add it to your plan, and hopefully it take your trading career to another level. So tip number 1, that might be the number 1 tip, or the best tip out of the 3, but I'll give it to you first. I can't express that enough, how important it is as a trader to turn trading into a business. For me personally, I think it's the only way that you will get to the level that you would like to get to, which is being successful as a trader. Only very little percent, I think maybe a good 2% of traders, from my understanding, is successful at trading. I think a lot of it, you have to turn this thing into a business. At the beginning, I wasn't doing that. I'm going to be quite honest with you, and hence the reason why I was in the situation that I was in, which is losing trade after trade, worrying about the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, and just not having any type of structure in doing so. And here's what I mean. I'll give you a real life example, right? Say you are a business owner, a small business owner. Maybe you own a pizza store or a convenience store, whatever the case may be. Well, let's just say you say your hours are 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Do you think it's wise to wake up at 7:45 a.m. because your store may be down the street from where you live, and just get there in 15 minutes, open up your door and ready for business? A smart businessman would say no to that, okay? You don't want to get there at the exact time. Why? Because your body language, you just physically and mentally not ready to welcome those customers that's coming into your door. Make them feel welcome. Make them feel as if you want them in your store. I don't know, maybe your body language may not say so. You're still sleepy. Your cash register is not ready, and people may need to buy one item and get to the next destination, and they have to wait on you to possibly, get yourself together. Okay, that might cause them not to come back the next time. Well, it's the same thing, as a trader. You don't want to wake up when the market is opening up, right? You need time to prep. You need time to get yourself ready. You need time to wake up, and actually wake up so you don't make a silly mistake. Okay? Now, some people may not think this is a good idea. But for me, I think you need to do those things. So that's the reason I prep myself on the weekend. Sundays, I will take a couple hours. I will look over chart, see what potential might be coming from for the upcoming week. And I will only trade those pairs. Okay? That's prep. That's preparation. So I woke up at 3:30 a.m. this morning, and currently it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'm still up doing this video to get it to you guys. That's dedication. That's doing the work. That's doing your part, right? You must turn this thing into a business. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. So going back to being a business owner, right? What happened when there's nobody at your store? Do you just sit there and pick your nose? A small businessman would tell you no. You don't just do that. When you have downtime, what do? Maybe it's time to look into your inventory to see what item that you're selling out the most when people do come to your store. What are their favorites? Maybe it's time to order a lot more of the same very item because you know this is your hot item. Maybe you want to post a sign at your window or something, let people know you have this particular item. It's time to do your homework. It's not time to just sit back and take a nap and hoping that someone else walk into the door, you make a sale for the day. It's time for you to become a better business owner at that time. It's time for you to look at your inventory, see what's selling, what's not. If an item is not selling, maybe next time you order less of it or get rid of it all in all, right? So those are the things that you want to do. So now let's translate that into trading, okay? You don't go into the market every single day and looking to find a trade. And if you don't find a trade, you're still looking for one. You don't want to do that. Otherwise, you're going to take a trade that's not a good trade, and you might end up losing that. And guess what that do? It messes with your psychology. It messes you up. Now, what you're doing is that the next trade that you take, you try to make up for the last two that you lost. Guys, you can't do that as a trader. So if you can't find a trade, this is the time for you to get better. Maybe you go back and look over the trades that you didn't win last. Review those trades and see what you did wrong, what you can do better next time. Okay? All right, tip number 2. Tip number 2, you must take responsibility for your failures. That is very, very important. You must take responsibility for your failures. Now, losing is part of the game. You have to come to terms with that. However way you're going to do it, you have to come into terms with that. Losing is part of the game. It's not if you lose, it's a matter of when you lose. The difference is that when you manage your risk properly, it's okay to lose. Okay, let's just say on a high note that you got a 10-to-1 risk reward on the trade. You won that trade 10-to-1. That means you could lose the next 7 trades and you're still ahead. You're still winning. So it doesn't matter if you lose a trade or not. It's all about the risk reward. You have to learn how to manage it. That is so critical. I cannot express that enough. Okay, I'm currently at 9 minutes in this video, so I'm going to get to tip number 3 real fast. I want to keep it under 10, 11 minutes. But tip number 3. Okay? Don't forget about tip number 1 and tip number 2. But tip number 3, you must be aggressive and defensive at the same exact time. You must be aggressive and defensive. Because if you're not aggressive, you would not make any money in the market. But if you are aggressive and you're not defensive, you're not going to keep any of the money that you make. You think about this. You must be aggressive and defensive at the same exact time. On that note, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys found the video to be helpful. And if you do, please give me a like. Please subscribe. Until next time. Peace.